Hello, Internet, and welcome to Red Jenny. We are here to play the Dragon Age TTRPG, and we're so excited to have you here with us today on this Monday. Welcome. We will be getting started here in just a second, but before we get going and talk about what we've got going on the channel this week, because after a week of, or a couple weeks of regularly, relatively light programming, we're getting back in the swing of things with a lot of streams this week. Our next one after this will be returning to Strixhaven, actual Strixhaven, tomorrow on Tuesday at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Van runs that, played D&D 5th edition. And very excited to see where the group gets to next on that. And then throughout the rest of the week, we'll have streams on Wednesday for another episode of Neon Souls, and then back on Saturday for more Hearts of Stone. Oh boy, chat just went crazy. Thank you, Wally. We will have lots of stuff going on this week, so definitely come hang out with us for all of that. But that's pretty much it. Check out our full schedule, full lineup of shows below our faces if you want to keep up to date on that. But as always, join our Discord because it's the best place to stay up to date on everything that we're doing. I'm going to go ahead and let my players here introduce themselves before we get started. Talk about who they are, what they do on and off this channel, and who they're playing tonight, and probably some bit that Van created too. And I will let him kick it off.
You don't have to say probably if I told you it's gonna happen.
I like to keep the mystery that we don't talk about the stuff before stream.
No, we do. I didn't warn anybody what it was. I just said I had a question. Hi everybody, I'm Van. I'm on the internets at Van But Wilder. Mostly just hanging out in the Discords and streaming a few times a week. Sunday nights over on twitch.tv/hackrecklessly, playing D&D, and running the aforementioned Strixhaven game, in which we are indeed going back to Strixhaven tomorrow, which is very exciting. It's midterms, baby. Woo! Everybody get hyped for tests.
No one studied.
You'll have the opportunity to study, maybe, if I feel like being nice about it. But today, I am playing Venehn, who is an elven marksman ranger. And Venehn has had a lot of time to himself and wants to know this. It's the Battle of the Hive Minds. We're using the term hive mind loosely here. But if you had to join one of the two following societies of hive minds, would you pick the Mind Flayers or the Myconids?
That's a good one.
Venehn would pick the Myconids. They're cute. And also he likes mushrooms. Van would pick the Illithid. For different reasons.
I think it's me. Hey, Christine said you can find me on the internet at Greek said. That's mainly a lie, but sometimes it's true. I am here Mondays, Tuesdays, and Saturdays. Tonight I am playing Yasmera. She is our Kunari Shadow Assassin. Shadow and Assassin, not Shadow Assassin. I'm assuming that's a different thing than
Assassin
Shadow and an Assassin. Yeah, she assassinates the shadows. She kills them all in blinding bits of
She just
light.
walks into a room and closes the blinds and walks out.
Yep, done and done. I think it might be a little bit of the opposite. I think Yaz would be down with some Illithids. But Sid, I think, would go more Myconid, mainly because you know, you could just die of natural causes, and then your body could just be like taken up and become a Myconid. So yeah, that's a technicality, but whatevs.
That's me. Sup, y'all? It's me, Wally. You can find me on the internet, WALE132, like just like the cute little Jizzy rumor. You can find me, follow me there so you can find me the stuff that I'm doing. Like I'm here every Monday and Tuesdays playing games with all these wonderful people. But tonight I am playing Garas, the Grey Warden, Elven Duelist Bard. That's a lot. That's a whole mouthful. When it comes to the hive mind, though, I myself 100% like mind flayer, because I mean I don't have like an octopus tattooed on my arm for no reason, just to not like go there. I mean, come on. But Garrus 100% would be miking it, because to him it's just one big party. Because like in his mindset, you join with the mind players, it's like, it's their rules and or no matter what. But Mike and it just look like a huge old party, and then you die, then you get decomposed, and then you add more to the party by becoming a giant mushroom. So yeah, that's where he'd go.
That's a good answer. And I think, hi internet and hi mom. I'm gonna start with that first, and then I'm gonna introduce myself. I think, for very same reasons, Ziggy and I both would go Myconid. Because mind flayers, you got to eat brains all the time. You're just always eating someone else's brains, and it's not a whole lot of fun for them. You know what I mean? And I think you never really leave as a Myconid either, so Ziggy would appreciate that. Yeah, so I think that's my vote. Anyway, so speaking of who the hell I'm playing Ziggy. I'm doing my whole thing in backwards order today. I'm playing Ziggy, the Dwarven Grey Warden Guardian Berserker. And I, as I said a second ago, am Sita, and you can find me on the internet at Mr. Wilt at most places, although I don't spend a lot of time there. You can go to john.sita on Instagram and check out a lot of pictures of food I make, but really just come join us in the chats and the stream chats and on the Discord, and talk to all of us. It's a good time.
And that just leaves me. Hi, everyone. I'm Val. You can find me at the Kraken's Crown, lurking around the internet. I am here a few days a week playing, running games. I already talked about the games that I run, but I run our Neon Souls game on Wednesday and then Hearts of Stone on Saturday. And I guess Illithid. I mean, there's no surprise there. I don't want to out myself, but yeah, it's gonna be Illithid. It's gonna be the tentacles. What
Did
can
you
I say?
forget the GM art that you drew for yourself that's on the screen
Yeah,
right now?
there's not really anything I can do to go against that. So yes, as much as I love Myconids,
You
are
aren't escaping
adorable.
those allegations at all.
They're so
I'm
cute.
I'm not. But yeah,
They talk about death a lot, though.
They do, but in like a positive way.
I feel like it
And
would
like
make me sad.
it's just recycling. Yeah, so no surprises there. But
I'd eat brains for psychic powers.
yeah, I don't know, right?
Totally, 100%. I would not even second guess it. It's like someone say, "Hey, Wally, you got to eat brains." I'm like, yeah, okay.
I get to
But
levitate.
let me
and cast
finish. Like,
magic
oh,
and
I have to let you
shit.
finish. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like I would drink blood and be a vampire.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Yeah. I mean, it's not like I had to change anything. I don't go outside during the day or anything like that.
Yeah.
And when I do, I just cover myself from head to toe. So
I'd lean more things like vampire for something that's replenishable, as opposed to like a ghoul or an illithid, where I'm literally taking like a functional organ that will kill you if it's taken out of your
guess,
body.
yeah,
Do illithid like eat other things?
they probably do, but they don't need to.
Chat,
Like
what
they
do you
could,
think
but they don't
illithid
think they
eat
need
if
to.
they just like want to eat something different?
Chicken nuggies,
Chicken nuggies.
dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggies.
I bet you eat a
Brain-shaped
lot
chicken
of
nuggets.
stew, or like a lot of
A
noodles.
beige nutrition slurry.
They love ramen.
I bet they.
Illithid,
I
illithid
bet
eat
illithid-
ramen
Oh, yeah.
for fun,
Oh,
but they
yeah.
have to have brains to survive.
Or like
feel
pho
like
with like rice noodles.
I feel
bet
like
Oh,
they-
noodles
hell
are like
yeah, now I
a big
want fun.
part of their culture when it comes to
Because
food.
if you were to unroll a brain, it'd be like a big noodle.
It is one big noodle. But could you
Hey,
could
my
you
It is a
imagine
noodle.
though? Nessie, now I'm thinking about like a good, char siu ramen, but instead of the char siu being pork, there's slices of brains like being cooked with a little
Yeah, like
blowtorch.
little gray matter in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd eat that.
Oh,
bet you
man,
c- I
fried
bet you
brain
couldn't
actually
tell the
sounds like it'd
difference.
probably be pretty good.
Yeah, I'd eat that.
I bet it's
I'd
like
eat that.
like if you seasoned it, I bet it's got like spam texture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you've eaten brain out there in the chat, let us know how it tastes.
This is why I ask
Curious.
these questions,
I've
because
had
we
brain.
always inevitably
I've eaten
have,
goat brain
have
before.
interesting
I've never had
answers.
goat brain. Is it like soft and squishy to eat?
Well, you cook it, so
Yeah.
it ends up being. It's kind of chewy.
I was imagining like a gator tail, kind of like
Gator is
like
delicious.
texture.
I love
I
gator.
haven't had gator, but I would equate it closer to a somewhat well-cooked octopus.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I can vibe
Like
with
a-
that.
like
a
a
little
calamari.
too chewy to
Yeah.
be good,
Mm,
well-cooked
yeah.
octopus,
I
but
can
like
vibe with
not
that.
not super chewy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I can vibe with that. I get that.
Okay.
Now that you said well
Okay.
cooked, I can now feel the texture.
Not
It-
much in the way of flavor, though. I
Yeah.
would be perfect.
I wouldn't imagine it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
No,
gotta like
you'd
drown it in
have to
butter or
season it.
something.
Oh, an NPC name just came in for the first time in a bit.
Oh no.
Oh
Well,
boy. Oh boy.
That's the end of our game here today, folks. See y'all next week.
I got
I'm gonna-
you, G. Don't worry about it.
I'm so worried
New
about the
character
message
name
that I'm-
Mandula Oblongata.
You're good.
I'm so worried about that message I'm gonna get. Oh my fucking god. Why?
Lobotomy.
No, come on. This
Okay.
one's easy. This
Yeah,
one's
no, it
easy.
is. It is. It is.
You know this man. Who do I know this
Yeah,
man?
I do. Okay.
F.
All right.
Ron
Well,
Cortex.
You know who this is.
all right. Let's go ahead and get started. Previously on Red Jenny, having lost the winery in a tragic turn of events after the assassination of both Lady Richelieu and Marquis Valmont, we cut to a time skip, bit of a interlude with our crew and how they recovered from their newly appointed outlaw status. We had a lot of lovely interludes with the characters and what they got up to during that time. Some Grey Warden shenanigans. We had some Yasmera started a school for orphans, or at least the sort of outcast of Valreo in the alienage. Y'all decided on a new to create your new base of operations at the newly named, oh god, what did we call it? I'm going back in my notes here.
It's like the stuck.
The stuck
The,
hog.
the gutted hog.
The
or
gutted
something?
hog.
Gutted hog, I think that's what it was.
Yeah. We were dunking on Valmont when we
Mhm.
named
Yeah, it hits.
it.
That name hits.
Because I gutted that motherfucker. Oh.
As a cartoon pig committing seppuku on themselves.
Yeah,
and he's just
essentially.
smiling
With
the
a
whole
big
time.
old, it has like that piggly wiggly smile too.
Mhm.
Yep. Garrus's father was set up with some dwarven bodyguards who immediately became roommates at his estate. We had
Forgot about that.
Yasmera reconnected with Talus, who came back to have a really dramatic conversation. Two of them kind of clearing the air, talking about some history. Talus confessing to Yasmera some of the reasons that led her to the point where she was doing what she did, and ultimately informing Yasmera that she would be returning to to Parvolen to face the judgment of the Kun, and see what became of her after that. But she did, before leaving, return something to you, specifically an item that you had acquired many years ago, stolen as part of a job she believed might help you with what had happened with your friend Carter recently. We'll probably get to that today, but we ended last time with Venehn going on a bit of a walkabout, heading south into the near the Arbor Wilds, into the Dales, where you tried to reconnect with your heritage, or at least you were looking for ruins of in the Emerald Graves. You there encountered a familiar face, a long lost member of your clan, named Shayra. a figure that someone you had not seen in a long time, but recognized almost immediately. She recognized you. The two of you spoke in private for a bit, where she told you what had befallen the members of your clan after that fateful day where your friend Felrin had turned abomination. Had told you about the scattering of your clan, the attempts to rebuild by the former keeper, who was ultimately killed in an attack by Darkspawn that happened not long after their rebuilding efforts began, leading many members of the clan to believe themselves to be cursed by oh geez, I just forgot the fucking main bad guy's name. The Dreadwolf. God damn it. Van, help me. Fen Harel. Thank you. Jesus. Why did I forget that? Cursed by Fen Harel. You learned, most importantly, though, that after these tragedies, that Felrin had returned to the remnants of the clan, apparently freed of his possession, and invited them to travel with him to the outskirts of the Tirashan, where he had been taken in by a group of apostate mages calling themselves the Broken Circle, and that they would have safety there. Having not heard from those that went off with Felrin in some time and be concerned for their safety and what might have happened to them, Shayra told you that she would be traveling to the Tirashan to investigate the settlement, and asked you to come with her. Venehn was reluctant, but seeing that Shayra was going to go with or without you, decided to accompany her, so long as she would agree to going back to Valrio first, so that you could tell your companions. And I think that's where we more or less left off last time. Oh, I thought you were going to say something, Van.
I was, and then I started coughing. I was gonna make a joke about Venehn once again showing back up with a random woman in tow.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is part of the course.
This is normal.
So that is, I think, where we're going to pick up here today. We talked about it. I asked y'all before stream if there's anything you want to do before Ven was returning, and I don't believe there was. We're all kind of squared away to cut back to the present, and so that is where we will be, with Venehn sneaking into the city, with Shayra, who is very out of place amongst the crowds of Valreo.
Yeah, nothing I can do about that.
Yeah, it seems very just kind of wide-eyed, a little bit panicked. You see her kind of like jumping hand to her weapons at every loud noise, kind of turning to you and saying, "Is it always so loud here?"
It tends to quiet down after like 2 a.m. or so.
How do you
During the week,
tolerate
it's a
it?
little different. You just get used to it.
This is terrible.
You'd be surprised.
The
The forest is
smell.
almost too quiet for me now. That you don't get used to. That just sticks. Hey, don't act like you're gonna pull a weapon on everyone, okay?
Shows your parents whenever they come to visit you from out of town. It's always
Yeah.
so loud here. God, traffic's like 15 minutes.
She was very uncomfortable by all of this, but the two of you head to the, I imagine maybe like the secret entrance around back of the gutted hog.
Yeah. I have reached over and just sort of like pulled her hood up.
Yeah. And we can assume that everyone is there, if y'all would all like to be, in the like secret, like the undercroft of the building where you fought Marquis Valmont before, having like refitted it for your secret hideout here. and you hear some footsteps coming down, assuming it might be Kevin or somebody else, but instead seeing Venehn enter with a strange woman, another elf or Dalish elf.
Look what the Nug Dragon.
No, you don't even say
Venehn.
hello. You don't even say hello. Ziggy says hello. The other two of you look at me like I've grown two heads. Hello, Ziggy. It's nice to see you.
That's
You
good
got
to see you.
married.
Yeah, did you like get the secret partner out there for common law marriage or something like that? Because you're just coming in randomly with another random person. We're kind of like used
Out
to
of
this.
all of the things I could, I grew out my hair, I bulked up, I got a tan, and the number one thing you're like,
You
Venehn
went
would have
home
done,
and then brought someone from your home.
Venehn would
back.
definitely get married.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry. Oh my God, Venehn, you look amazing. I look like I can bounce a cold drachma off your butt.
Thank you. You can.
Okay. Now
Turns
explain this
to
person.
turns to Shayra. Hi. I promise we're not all assholes. The
They
name's
are
Ziggy.
all. They are all assholes.
He's right.
Ziggy only when he hasn't had his coffee, but that's okay.
Mm.
Shayra,
Greetings.
Ziggy, Yasmera, Garas, who else is in here? Kevin.
Kevin's
got
coming down
tall.
like bringing
I
some
feel
stuff
like Kevin is in the corner doing that knife thing where you like stroll going back and forth between your face.
Snake
Working on a
fingers?
spring
Yeah.
trap. Kevin.
Kevin's like,
um,
hey, and then suddenly it just all explodes off the table and starts picking it back up.
Also, and then just to let you know that Kevin once again started drawing that puppet thing again, and that's really bothering me. So I figured if you can talk to him about that part.
Billy?
Yeah, he's really been working hard on the puppet, and that's been bothering me. And I'm worried that'll like become a thing. So,
I'll
he
talk
listens
to
to
him.
me. Okay, yeah.
Venin's the one that tells him to put the puppet on a tricycle and figure out how
yeah.
to make it roll itself into the room.
It's like, I can't figure out how to make it a bike, a
Wheels.
tricycle. That's perfect. I love it.
Anyway.
A velocipede.
Reggie, I'm sure is here somewhere. Shayra, welcome to the Gutted Hog.
Oh well,
Yes.
welcome. So how do you know Venehn?
It kind of looks to you like, how much have you told them?
They know more or less everything.
Oh, right. We were formerly members of the same clan.
Good to see some of you survived. I'm very sorry.
Less of us survived than perished, but there are a few of us. It's a lovely place you have here.
No, it's not. You don't have to be nice.
Okay. I didn't know if this was nice or if this was
No, this is temporary.
Upstairs is all right. This is a shithole. It's our shithole.
good.
Garas, like as soon as like they kind of like explain a little bit of the backstory, Garrus's face kind of like drops a bit from his usual jovial because kind of like visually sizing her up and is kind of like almost giving a stink face, but not quite giving one.
So yeah, no formality is really necessary, and we're not staying long anyway.
Oh, they're not sticking around.
You just got back. You've been gone for months.
Why don't we have a drink? Or three.
Oh boy. Goes behind the bar, grabs a bottle, pours a bunch of drinks, and sends them out to everyone.
All right, then. What's the big news? It's not a marriage, obviously.
No, ew.
When are you going to give me grandchildren?
Never. And we don't have that kind of.
No.
No offense, she's
Definitely not.
beautiful, but ew.
Right. Okay, well, don't make the joke awkward. Just what's going on?
More of our people are alive.
Oh. Are they
Oh.
trapped?
Who's?
That I don't know yet.
Well, that's fantastic news.
Felrin. Yes, and Garas, you've seen. Well, you've heard about Felrin and the fire. Apparently, he lives. And has taken up with some apostate mages out in the Tirashan.
Wait. Let me just kind of formulate this in my head. So what you're saying is this legit god is out there right now in the forest.
No, Felrin's just a guy.
Oh, okay.
Well, he was just a guy.
not Fenharel, not.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was about to.
No, I
We
don't
gotta-
know what he's doing.
We got a lot on our plate already, but
Ziggy,
Yeah, I don't remember if you ever told me their name, but you said apostate mages. Was he?
he was the
Was he-
second mage of our clan.
Yeah, I understand.
And
Wait, no,
Was
I
it-
don't.
Was it a
How-
ruse? Was it? So he did not. He did not change.
no, he did.
I
And now he's shown back up.
That doesn't happen. Maybe it's a I hate to cause doubt to this, but maybe a misunderstanding. Someone looked like him.
Our clans are not that big.
I knew Felrin as well as Venehn did. And I cannot imagine a more striking resemblance.
okay. So
But I feel as you do, it doesn't make sense. I didn't trust him or it or whatever it was.
Spoken with him.
He spoke to all of us. There were only a few of us left after the Darkspawn attack. And many that were left went with him to this broken circle. And they haven't returned, and we haven't heard any word of them. A few others went to find them afterwards.
go back. Did
You
you
heard
say-
her right.
Broken.
Circle.
yeah, that
Sounds
What-
familiar, right?
yeah, it does.
It's what
boy.
the group of apostates that what you refer to as apostates.
Oh, we don't.
We
We just kind of call them mages.
Yeah.
What they called themselves, their organization, or
So there's a bunch of apostates out in the Tirashan calling themselves the Broken Circle.
Did
I
they
must be missing.
themselves anything else? Do they use any other words or phrases to describe themselves? Just the broken circle? Nothing about
as far as I understood, it was a
silence, perhaps?
no. There was apparently they have a settlement, forgotten fortress at the edge of the Tirashan that they found refuge in.
Refuge.
So I don't know all the details. He just said that we would be safe there if we came with him. That so many did.
All right. I'm completely out of my depth here. This individual that you watched turn into an abomination is now back in their previous form and spoke to you. Is that correct?
Yes.
And I not saying, what you're saying could be confusing or anything, but when you spoke to him, you were certain it was him, like his voice, everything was just as you remembered.
I could not. I would stake my life on it being him. Whether there was something else at play and it was a trick of some kind, I don't know. But it was him.
I think the most likely scenario is that it's a spirit.
Yeah.
But if there is a lost mage that has come back to us from Fade, I have to know.
Yeah. Yeah. This is something that needs to be explored.
Whether he was a spirit, he stayed with us for a few days before he left.
Did he eat?
He,
Drink?
I have some knowledge of these things that I have educated myself on since what happened to our clan, and he was a person, he was an elf. Ate, drank, touched.
The old elven magics are still strong.
As I said, many of us believed that we were cursed after what happened, and maybe this was one last attempt by Venehn to take the souls of those of us that were left. But I have to know for sure.
If we're cursed, it's not by Venehn.
Well, if you know who did this to our clan, you tell me.
I don't. I just know who's been watching over me for the past couple of years. I think gestures to... There's no way we don't have our own wanted posters hung up in here, right?
Oh, we totally do.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Sort of gestures to the posters that has Venen's fun new moniker on them.
Like, you know how like those fancy like restaurants in Hollywood have pictures of the celebrities on the wall, like their
Yeah.
headshots? That's how it is.
We have pictures of... It's the headshot next to the wanted poster, and everybody's got their own set.
Yeah, and we have like when we have friends over, like if they have a wanted poster, we, like have them sign it,
Yes, we
Like,
start adding them
yeah,
to the wall.
thanks for a great time.
Yeah.
Sign so and so.
This is
Yeah.
good. This is good. I like it.
There's
Anyway,
there's like a picture of the Cardo just sitting at one table and Venon's in the middle of it like that.
Yes.
we have one big drawing of the Carta, like the sitting around a table, like the fucking dogs playing poker.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
And it's in the background, like, hey. Yeah, but the poster definitely says the left hand of Fenharel on it.
She looks at that, and she looks back at you, and she says, "What is that supposed to mean?"
Wow, that's pretty cool, right?
That's dangerous.
Exactly.
If you invite his attention, nothing but misfortune will follow you.
We'll see.
I mean, not for nothing, we kind of been like 10 for 10 ever since. So, hey, shout outs to him.
Go that far.
We have our ups and downs like anyone else.
Fallen far from the old ways, Venehn.
Not as far as you'd think. If
Either
there
way.
is an old god out there that will give me a blessing, why would I not take it? You know, Fenrir once walked amongst the architects of this universe. In between the old gods and the new. Member of both, a friend and none. Maybe he has wisdom that we have not yet found. Maybe he has finally found someone to deem worthy. I mean, if it was going to be anybody.
I see your ego has not left you.
Nope. If anything, it's gotten worse. Ask Yasmera about the time I got poisoned.
Oh my god, he's insufferable now.
He is destined for greatness.
Thank you. You see why I like them? They're so nice to me.
This is a
Anyway.
strange life that you live here.
Oh, you haven't even seen the half of it. You know, I killed my last boss. She was
stabbed it,
really,
yeah.
really awful.
We
He's
should have
the
killed a
one
bunch of
that
nobles.
poisoned him, in fact.
She did poison me.
Yeah.
It sucked. It's fine. I'm a Tower of Will. Anyway, that is for later when we've drank more. Right now, we need a plan.
I may have some more information.
Oh,
So,
Slowly pulls the very fragile scroll out of her boobies, because as we know, that's the only place to keep it truly safe. Look familiar?
is that what I think it is?
oh,
Where'd you get that?
yeah.
Oh, I can't hear anything you're saying, but I bet it's really important.
Mhm.
Maybe that's something we can also talk about after more than one drink.
Oh,
Fair enough.
okay.
Shada, last chance to bow out. Once you have business dealings with the friends of Red Jenny, they don't really leave you.
I don't understand.
He's calling us fungi. Growths.
Calling you friends.
If you have some sort of illness, I have many tinctures and herbs that
Okay,
might help
we're
with
still
that.
doing the very literal thing, I see.
We stick together.
Yeah, we don't.
Once you're in, you're in.
And now that they know about the Tirashan and the Broken Circle and the mages coming back, they're going to want to go.
Yep. I mean, as soon as you told us about it, we instantly started figuring out how we're gonna get there.
So, last chance to back out and go by yourself. Because otherwise you're stuck with these assholes.
If you're planning on aiding me in this, I see no reason to leave.
Ziggy. Any thoughts?
Huh?
Any thoughts?
Oh, right. There's nothing else to it. I don't see anything to debate or discuss. Plan? We don't have enough information yet. We just have to go out there and figure it out.
Tell us everything you know about the Broken Circle.
I don't know if I have much more to share, but I'll tell you what Elren told me.
What do you drink these days? Ale? Wine?
Nothing so luxurious. Mostly whatever we can make.
Wine it is.
And yeah, you have a couple drinks. She fills you in. Like I said, she doesn't really have a ton of information. That
How many
fell
went
in.
with them? Like how many people?
Around 12.
12. Okay.
Lucky number 13.
There weren't many left. There were about 20 of them left when by the second time the clan was attacked. The ones that the 12 went, 8 stayed, and kind of disperse themselves, integrate themselves into other clans. But from what Felrin told them, basically just that there was a group of mages that had sort of unified, apostates cast out from circles, that had found a safe place at the edge of the Tirashan. The forest there is pretty dangerous. There aren't very many settlements nearby. It's a pretty good place to go and get out of the way if you can survive it. Essentially, they survive there in this forgotten keep that they've kind of created their own like settlement through. But otherwise, not much else other than that they are predominantly mages and people that other outcasts that have found their way there as well. And Felrin essentially said that he was saved by them, brought out of whatever it was that had taken control of him, and then he came back to find them.
How far out is this? Like, what's our travel time looking like?
Now, the Tirashan is far to the west. Well, I say far. Pretty much directly west of LA, maybe a little north. I don't know that the road goes all the way out there, though.
So we're going to have to go on foot at some point?
The easiest travel would be to head north up to Andorro's Reach, and then west through the wilds towards the Tirashan. There are some settlements out that way, maybe some farmlands, but nothing as civilized as all of this. The fastest way would be through go through the western approach, but the deserts there are even less hospitable and could prove dangerous. I would prefer to travel north first and then west.
It's a bit longer, but it's much safer, and we know the wilds better than the desert.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose give us a few days to get things settled here for a little bit.
Few days. What is there to get settled? Should head out soon.
I think Yasmera is thinking of the children.
Still, of course. Sorry. Yeah.
It's all right.
Speaking
They're
of
even
which,
shorter than you, so they're easy to overlook.
I'm used to looking up to speak to people. It's yeah.
Do you need a
And,
guest speaker? Cause got like top tier ranger here. You still like kids, right?
I haven't been around some in some time, but I did enjoy playing with the children of our clan
No.
occasionally.
Put the pin in
Taking
that
them
for
out
when we get back.
ranging.
Oh yes, Red Jenny is.
Botany or
Yeah.
naturalist lesson would be interesting.
Hey, you know, Red Jenny is for the kids.
It's for the children.
Yasmera started a school recently in the alienage.
Oh,
Hey, Yasmera School for Wayward Youths who want to learn crime and stuffs.
That'd be-
Crime's not in the official title. They do let me teach from time to time.
I'd be happy to help.
So, a couple days, get the kids settled, figure out what Reggie needs to run this place without
Okay.
us, which is nothing. He does it by himself.
I would like to take a thorough examination of this.
Right.
Right there. All right, 2 days. Get prepared, then we head out.
Shada, you're welcome to stay.
There's a place for me, then. Otherwise, I can find a comfortable spot outside the city.
Red Jenny's good at picking up strays and making them comfortable. You'll be fine here.
It's kind of our thing.
Okay, then. Just whatever I need to do to earn my keep.
You can help us pack, gather up some provisions. We're gonna want to travel light. Eventually, we're gonna have to go on foot. Don't pack anything you don't want broken. Or, eaten by a bear.
Bears. Garas has that long stare off when they
Yeah.
mention bears.
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 Could be worse. Last time it was wyverns.
Honestly, the bear was worse than the wyverns.
All right. Y'all do some prep work. Yasmera, you want to do some homework?
Research!
Alrighty. Yeah, you've got time. So let's see how much time it's gonna take you.
Kara might be able to help. She's a smart cookie.
Yeah. So I guess I can let y'all know kind of Shayra's deal.
What's her deal?
Yeah, what's her
What's her
vibe?
freaking deal?
Shayra is a warrior. She is a specifically a spirit warrior. So she has some knowledge of the Fade that she's picked up more in like a practical sense than less of like she doesn't cast magic or use anything, but she's understands spirits and how to both repel and to calm them. So and utilize them. So yeah, she has some knowledge of that. So she could probably help you a bit. She doesn't have any focuses specific help that would help with education. She's not really formally educated. She could definitely assist you a bit on that,
Street
or at
smart.
least keep the help keep the kids occupied at the school. It goes in and guest lectures, brings in a rabbit that she killed outside the city and teaches them how to gut it.
I was
and,
literally
dress
going
it.
to say when we were talking about it, I bet she can teach those kids how to skin a rabbit. Like,
Yeah.
I am just now picturing her just teaching these kids how to spapcock a rabbit. It's like, and then you cut out the guts and you slap it down.
Yeah.
you know, these kids are like, hell yeah, dude.
Heaven is way too into it.
She brings in 3. She does one as a demonstration, then has the volunteers to try to do the other 2, and then utilizes that meat afterwards to teach them different ways that they can basically break down the rabbit to use for different things. And that's like a good half of the day. So yeah, let
And
me
then we
get
talk
a-
about plants or something.
or something. I was getting up
And then
the
supervising.
advanced tests. So we're gonna do what kind of lore check would this be? Arcane lore?
Will this be research first to kind of dive into?
I guess it could
the
be research.
scroll?
Yeah, because not so much what you know as it's what you can find.
Okay.
So we can make it a research test. I'm going to say, just because I want to keep track of the time that's passing, we'll do this as an advanced test. It's going to be I don't think the test is that difficult as far as like the difficult rating of the so the test difficulty is going to be lower than the task difficulty. So the test I'm just going to put at a 13.
Okay.
Whereas the task itself I'm going to put at a 20, so that means you have to earn 20. It's on the result on the dragon die, adding to that. Each successive each test that you're making is a day.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and we'll just crank those out. So it's a 13. It's a 13 that you
even
have
if
to
I
get.
do great, y'all, we might need to take this thing with us for me to fully dive through it, because that's going to be at least 3 days to get to 18.
Yeah, well, I'm saying with the research, it's not you just reading the scroll. It's like at the library, pulling books, looking for information. So it's not something you can do on the road.
Yeah.
You're gonna just have to do it here if you wanna know more.
We can spend an extra couple of days if we need to. It's
Yeah.
3 days
Yeah.
versus like 2 days versus like 4 or 5 days. I don't know. It's gonna make a huge difference.
Yeah, I don't think Shayra is here like saying we need to get going as soon as possible. But
No.
I wasn't say if she was like in a rush or anything. Like it didn't seem like she was in it.
yeah,
Dalish function on different schedules.
yeah.
Taylor's people time.
Be hasty.
So
Whoa,
you're looking.
that sucked. Okay, but the dragon die is a 6.
As long as you hit a 13, you're good.
I I add 9 to this. I hit 10, 11, 12. I hit 18.
Okay.
He's still good.
That was a 6, a 1, and a 2.
Oh,
Okay, so that's a 6 on the dragon die. So
Yes.
it's 1 day. So go ahead and do another. We'll just do all these, and then you
Yep.
can say what you did during that time.
Another 6. Okay.
Today in
Yeah.
class we're doing knife throwing.
yeah.
I did not run that one by Yasmera.
She's too distracted to stop you. So okay. So now that's 12 for task. Y'all,
Day
Did you
3.
get another 6?
I got 3 6s. It's yours. It's fucking yours, man. It's this one.
I'm good
It's
luck.
this baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's another pass, and that's another 6. So we're at 18.
And that's the third day.
It's bugs today.
It's bugs.
We're doing
4 in a
bugs.
row.
We're doing bugs.
4 in fucking row. That's
you have to
insane.
you have to
That's
play
crazy,
Lotto
dude.
tomorrow.
But
You
I
have to
did
play
get
Lotto.
another 2 and 1 from these other dice, so I'm retiring
Mine.
them for the rest of the
Yeah.
evening.
But you still got the.
But I
the
still
13.
got the 13. Yeah, I got 18 again.
That's
insane.
I mean,
That's
4 days
insane.
is very good. I was expecting it to take much longer.
Yeah,
than
it's
that.
really impressive.
Holy
So,
shit.
It's her
Just in
thing.
it.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah,
Y'all
She's an
have to
expert.
pry her away from the library. Like the
library's
library, like,
closing.
they try to stop her. Just the glare in her eyes. They like let her stay in there overnight. They just give her a key to lock up afterwards. They're like not gonna fuck with it.
That
It's
seems
great.
about right. It's not like they don't know Yasmera very
Yeah,
well, though,
they
at this
have
point.
to know
They're just
her,
in there all the
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
She probably has her own table. That
They
they,
just give her. They finally just given her a key after all these years.
yeah. They let her enter through the back, go
I
through like
have
the
a
research wing.
question.
I mean, at this
Uh-huh.
point, they kind of have to. She is wanted, so.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Did Yasmera graduate?
Oh no! I don't think she did. Did she?
that's a good question.
I don't think we've ever talked about it.
I also don't know if it's necessarily a graduation thing. if the way that schooling works here,
or if it's just like ongoing education.
Ongoing, like, studying and education.
Yeah, well, I think there are people
Because
that are
if
just
we missed out on a Yasmera graduation scene, I'm gonna
Oh,
be
dear
pissed.
God.
Well,
Because you know 100% there was someone at that university going, okay, can all parents please keep it down until everyone has crossed the stage? Okay, Yasmera, then Garas and Ben's like,
so my mental, and again, I don't know how much of this is canon because I don't think it's anything that's ever been explored in the Dragon Age universe. So my kind of canon for Elysian study is it's more study in conjunction with an apprenticeship or something. So basically, you're studying until you become a master of your craft. So you're using your schooling. So there's some people that are just studying to become, you know, educators themselves within like the university system, and they eventually reach a point where they're deemed like, you know, they give their thesis and they're deemed like a master of their subject, and then they move on towards teaching people. And then there are others that are they're, you know, studying business or whatever, and they're studying there to the point that they
barristers and shit like that.
yeah, it's also like they don't really have diplomas.
The Valrio Law School.
Yeah,
God,
but
that
it's
sounds
mostly
like a
done,
miserable place.
it does not sound fun.
mostly it's the point of reaching a level of proficiency where you are recognized as a professional and you no longer need to study. You can now practice. You're not an apprentice anymore. So
Because you know they couldn't find a hat that fit Yasmera.
yeah. So, and there are probably people that just study at the university and pay to use the university just for general education, but
that's probably about where we're at with Yaz at this point. Like, I feel like with the amount that she's been studying, she could be teaching there, but instead she's teaching at the alienage. So
yeah,
I just had to know.
So the Litany of Andrala, I don't remember how much or if any was covered in the miniseries.
I left that shit vague as fuck.
Okay, cool. So what you know about it is the Litany of Andrala was commissioned in the age prior to this, during the Black Age. We are currently in the Exalted Age. During that age, the divine Clemens I commissioned a Andrala of Virantium, a like prominent scholar, to create this litany, and it covers it's not purely like, this isn't like a spell scroll. A litany like is encompassing like more than that. It's like a thesis in magical practice, comprising like the full like understanding of a mage's or a profession or like a scholar's scope of understanding on a subject. The Andrala of Virantium was a like very pious mage, was very closely connected with the chantry, thus her close relationship with the divine at the time. She was very well skilled in a specific type of magic or arcane practice, which was the countering of mind control, whether it be from manipulation of the fade or blood magic. She was very skilled like abjurist in like warding off those effects, to the point where she was skilled enough to sort of counter spirits of the fade themselves, possessions. Now, the litany itself is a subject of study for many people, and probably a lot of what you're reading in the books that you're pulling and the tomes and the trees and the things that you're grabbing and probably asking people for. A lot of like research is done into the like litany. There are probably excerpts of it that are copied and written in these books. You are the only one with the full copy of the text, obviously. The essentially like the nature of it was that and she goes through a step-by-step process of like countering, or like the processes that she used, the incantations, the rituals to counter these mind controlling effects. There is a lot of research that went into like, well, is this something that could, because probably like the form of the I would imagine Yaz's research is probably a lot into what could you use this for. Like, how could this be practical to us? Could it be something that would aid in ending a full possession? By and large, the understanding academically is that even with her prodigious understanding of ending these effects, Andrala was never able to end a possession fully. It is not something that could be used to like reverse the effects of somebody being fully possessed and taken over by a demon. That is largely understood to be irreversible. There's a lot of study that went into that. The possibilities of like utilizing this in conjunction with there are rituals that are held by the Avar in which they voluntarily submit themselves to possession, and essentially like channel spirits that way. And using those like in conjunction with there's a lot of theory craft that went into that, but nothing like concrete. It doesn't seem like anyone has ever attempted it on their own. Even those that have been able to get have their hands over the decades, get their hands on the litany itself before it eventually passed hand to hand until it ended up in yours. So it has a strong ability to counter like blood magic, could be utilized to end those effects or to stop those effects at the moment that they are utilized, or to
using the litany itself, or just having the scroll on you.
Using the litany.
Okay.
Yeah. The scroll itself doesn't have any it's not magical
Inherent
on
magical.
its own.
Okay.
It is something that would need to be used by somebody capable of doing so. That is the long and the short of it, though. A lot of it, again, a lot of the study and like the use of the litany is something that was lost because of the history of it. After her research, she was targeted by Tevinter mages, and ultimately like went into hiding because of it. So you don't know the end result of her study, whether she was ever successfully able to utilize it to end a possession.
I think just after very thorough examination, manages to very carefully roll it up, put it away, and then slams her fist into a table with, "Damn it!" And then puts her stuff away and heads back. I think we're ready to go.
Yeah, is there anything else anybody wants to do?
Yeah, there was one little moment, but mine would be at the very, very end. So if anybody else has anything they want to pull before we get out of here.
I got nothing on my end.
I am gonna take Shara around a little bit instead of show her like Alrayo doesn't totally suck.
City mouse, country mouse, showing the sights, friend from out of town.
Yeah, I'm new in town.
There's a lot of it like she doesn't understand. I think things like the manicured like gardens and hedges of the Orlesian like nobility, it to her is, you know, like a butchery of nature. She doesn't understand that. Like she sees like trees planted like in the middle of streets and like these stunted trees that essentially will never grow to their full height because of their surroundings. A lot of that, like she spends a lot of time kind of bemoaning, but I think you do find like you take her to a small like bakery or something, and she gets to appreciate like food beyond which that she's ever like really gotten to experience. That isn't just like what they're able to readily find. Not that the Dalish don't cook good food, but when you have at your hands all the spices and ingredients and everything from across Thetis, it's a much different experience. And so she's sort of becomes more like entranced with that part of city life. So if there's nothing else anyone wants to do during those 4 days, Sita, if you have something Ziggy wants to do.
Yeah, so I think right as we are finishing up packing to leave, like everybody's getting themselves on the cart, Ziggy goes, shit, I forgot something. I'll be right back. And he runs back inside. And he grabs the scroll case from his room. But when he does so, I think there's a moment where he kind of doubles over for a second in his room, clutching at his head before it clears a little bit. And he sort of groggily stumbles out a little bit and goes over to the cistern room and just kind of leans out over the railing of the cistern until his head clears a little, and he pulls out his Grey Warden amulet to kind of focus his mind and just holds it in his hand for a minute. And he thinks about everything that he has sworn to do and where we are going now. And he takes a deep sigh and he rips the amulet off of his neck, drops it into the water, turns around, and joins the rest of you.
Oh.
All right, got it. Forgot to pack underwear.
What is wrong with you?
Can't forget to pack underwear if you don't bring it.
Aren't
He
you
He
like
throws his bag onto the cart.
600 years old or something?
Hey, easy. We don't age like that.
I don't know.
Spry 30, don't I look it?
Yeah,
And when he says that, it's
30 times 30.
he definitely looks paler than he had in previous months, and the bags under his eyes are definitely a bit darker. Come on, let's get this boat rolling.
All right, maybe the sunshine will do you good, old man.
All right, everyone made before we're going. This is the last chance. Yasmera, I'm looking at you.
About me.
You always are the one to say, hey, don't forget to go before we leave. And so I'm just taking your job of saying you're reminding us to go before we leave.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's nice not to have to do all the organizational labor sometimes.
Okay, well, if everyone knows ready to go, let's go.
All right. Y'all pack up, loading up some horses, I assume. And most of you cowled and hidden from sight as best you can, maybe even leaving early enough in the day before the sun rises to avoid being seen. You head out of the city and begin your
dawn.
begin your trek north. So we're going to be following the road. For those of you that don't have the map, it is going to be a fairly long trek, not nearly to the point of your last great adventure to Venter, but it is going to be several weeks just to reach Endural's Reach, and then travel from there will slow down significantly as you no longer have a road to follow. But you head north along the Imperial Highway, following the trek towards the.
Am I helping?
Oh,
I was gonna do it, or someone has to do it.
Am I
It's
helping?
basically like Indiana Jones. It'll just like drew out
Hold
the. I need that I need a GIF of that in real
Wow.
time that we can like do for y'all to follow.
I know where we're going for once. I wanted to help.
I appreciate that. But you head north along the coast, not branching off and taking a more like north western
Chat doesn't
road
need to
before
see
you
that.
get towards heading off towards Cumberland. Which I'm assuming those of you, our wardens in the group, have probably done a couple of times over the last few months to check in or, see your girlfriend. You head towards towards Montfort, through the fields of Ghislaine, passing a few settlements, a few like larger cities along the way, probably stopping every now and then to resupply, reprovision. But the blight has not come, has largely been driven from these lands. They've been really pretty well patrolled. Actually, as you're making your way along the highway here, you see plenty of Orlesian patrols, and maybe even a few warden groups that have that patrol these highways, keeping them safe for travelers. No scars of the blight out this way, thankfully. Eventually, the last few days of travel, you reach the edge of the blasted hills, the southern edge of them, towards Andorra's Reach. Stopping here, some of the surrounding farmlands and homesteads to rest and prepare yourselves for your trek along the Wilderlands towards the Tirashan. I don't imagine y'all are necessarily sharing your itinerary with anyone that you pass or any inns that you stay in along the way.
I think Venehn is like specific. Not that we really need to, but I think Venehn has specifically said like not to. Like, if anybody finds out there's just like apostate mages out there, like inevitably somebody's gonna go try to kill him.
Yeah. I mean, Venehn, you yourself would probably know a little bit of like the mythology of the Tirashan and like the like it is by many accounts is considered to be almost like the edge of the world for Thedas. It is a untamed wilderness, untamed forest, that only a few people over the centuries, over the ages, have even attempted to settle anywhere near. There are like, I think among the Dalish, they even consider like it is a primordial place that is believed to be monsters and creatures and entities that exist out there that no one has ever seen.
They say it's as old as the world itself.
So you would know well enough that telling anyone that you were heading that way would probably be strange. It bring people's attention to you, and would likely. I don't imagine tension is something that y'all really want to know more of right now. You head off of the main highway, and around here, between the blasted hills towards the Tirashan, there are some settlements out this way. Small, kind of wild farmsteads, people that don't wish to align themselves with any king or country. Not necessarily like civilized villages with mayors or barons and people to govern and keep, but they're few and far between out here. As you're following these rolling hills, days pass. You reach the point where even the small, like the thin, rocky roads that you follow are growing less and less sort of paved and less easily traversable. Many times having to probably scout ahead, Venehn, utilizing your new ranger skills to do so.
You guys ask what my elf eyes see.
I mention every day.
Every single day, we all say it, just to keep it on toes.
Look with your elven eyes.
And you reach a point where you almost think that you've probably left all of civilization behind you. The rolling hills here are craggy, difficult to follow, but you do find some roads, which makes you believe there must be some settlements up ahead. Though you do not see them for several days at a time. You've reached the point where you're no longer able to stay at inns and comfortable lodgings, sleeping out on the hills and fully roughing it now. You until about during your about like last week of travel, you reach a hillside where you can see, and kind of like growing in the distance, you've begun to see the edges of the Tirashan. It's like miles and miles ahead of you, just this blanket of green and brown and red stretching out towards the kind of like the base of the mountains here. But it grows slowly. You can you can understand the full scope of it at this distance, understanding just how wild and untamed it is. As you're cresting a hillside a few days later, you see the edges of some tended farmland. Something that probably catches you a bit off guard as you're scouting ahead, Venehn, and the rest of the group moving up to meet you. Imagine Shayra probably also helping you with your scouting duties. You see along the rolling hillside some simple farmlands, not the scale or scope as the ones outside of Valrayo. Simple and tended well enough for some wildland farmers. And beyond the farmlands, you see a small settlement of maybe 5 or 6 buildings, and the sun is setting beyond it, like over the mountainside, leaving this like blinding orange glow, like framing this vista ahead of you. As you are standing at the edge of this, on top of this hill, on this kind of gravelly road, you see a trail of dust ahead of you, as a cart is riding at a almost reckless speed in your direction. It looks heavily laden. You actually see as it like comes over the hill, the horses that are pulling it, big, like stout, like stocky thoroughbreds that are kind of straining to get over the hill and then pick up speed as it comes over the edge of this hillside, and you can hear the ruckus it is making just with every rock and kind of crag that it passes over. Just the horrible noise carried across the quiet of these hillsides. And at the front of it, you see an elderly, maybe like in her like early 60s, woman with wearing a like traveling shawl or a jacket that looks a little bit dirty and kind of like frayed at the edges, that seems to not fit her otherwise kind of almost regal disposition. She's sitting at the front, not driving the carriage, as there is a man in his looks to be late 20s, portly set, that is driving the horses onward, and you catch kind of an air of like mania to them as they are stirring the horses forward, kind of straight in your direction along the road.
It doesn't look like they're out of control, does it? Or does it look like they're just driving recklessly, but like with purpose, kind of thing?
Or running from something?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Is that what we're
That's
able
what I
to
was gonna
figure
ask.
out? Yeah.
Make a let's do perception empathy.
Okay. Oop, bring my sheet. That's 16 for me.
Okay.
19 for me.
Venehn, were you? doing it too, or Ziggy?
Yes.
Sorry, 20 for me. That's a 6.
18 for me.
18. 18, 20, 16. For
It's
Garas?
more if they're
They're
afraid.
It's a
Okay.
+1 bonus, right?
It's 2 more.
Oh, 2 more.
So 20
Ziggy,
if
are
they're
you
afraid.
getting a hand on the ball with this, or
Ziggy got a 23, and if that's not enough, I can re-roll it.
oh shit. I mean, no,
Hell
it's
yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
enough. Good job, y'all. Venehn, I am gonna give you a bonus on this one. Because you catch the
Yay.
distinct like you have that since receiving the blessing, the boon in the fade. It's almost like a sixth sense that catches you when you know that someone is afraid. And you've experienced many times over the years, usually when somebody is on the end of your knife or your bow, but you
Or maybe it has some Grey Warden shit going on they're not telling anybody about.
I'm not afraid.
Put a pin in
Sorry,
that.
I'm not afraid.
Put a
Yeah,
pin
would
in that
definitely
one.
put a pin in that one. Yeah.
You catch a look of and you, Yasmera, Ziggy, all catch a definite panic over the two of them, and as they grow closer, and the you see the man like kind of reining in the horses. He realizes he's about to like crash into your group here on the road, as they kind of try to skid to a halt. The momentum of the carriage behind them kind of like rumbling up behind them. You catch a look of fear, and again, they're well dressed, and what you realize is like the fraying edges of their clothes, it's not fray, it's looks almost burned, and you see like soot along their faces, and but otherwise they appear to be, healthy, well dressed, almost a noble bearing to the two of them. And as they kind of lumber to a stop, the wagon shakes, and kind of falling out of the side, you see like a silver like candelabra just kind of like crashes out of the cart, and you hear just a bunch of things like rattling and crashing inside.
Hey, what are you running from?
The older woman says, "There's." You need to move out of the way. We're trying to move up the road. You're blocking the path.
You're driving very recklessly. What are you running from?
The village is lost. Just if you were planning on coming here, just leave. All right. Meyerfield is no more. Please keep going. Move along.
What happened?
It's really none of your business. Okay.
Answer him.
I'm sorry.
Answer him.
You must know there's evil spirits at work in the village. It's dangerous there. Everyone's dead. I'm sure of it. We're moving on. We're heading to Ondor's Reach or another settlement. We'll rebuild there. Now, please move.
Go in peace. May your silver keep you company.
I'll have you know that I am, or was, or still am, the mayor of Meyerfield.
We're just
Okay, so
going.
yeah, we're going to keep going. It sounds like you're the mayor of no place, so you're not important. And
Ditch some of that if you want to be able to make good time and not kill your horses.
I'll do what I please. Onward, Robert, onward. And yes, Mum, begins to stir the horses forward.
I give him 3 days.
Pops.
tops.
As they rattle off ahead of you, you can see along the road a trail of small, like a shattered teacup, a couple of like loose silverware, a few like a dress that's like torn to pieces on the side of the road and covered in dirt, that's like all fallen out of the cart as they're going. And as the dust from their from their wagon begins to fade, you realize that it wasn't just dust you were seeing over the horizon as the sun sets. You see a plume of smoke rising from the village beyond.
You know, feeling that was it.
And we're going to go and take our break there.
Oh boy!
To the village!
We'll come back
Fire.
to see what has befallen Meyerfield. So thanks everyone out there for watching. We will be back here in a few minutes to continue our game. In the meantime, go do break stuff, stretch, eat a snack, drink some water, whatever you need to do, and we'll see you back here in a few minutes. Until then, stay tuned. And welcome back, Internet. Thanks for having us to our break. We are gonna just jump right back into
Couple
it.
of those were words.
Some of them were words. I lost it about halfway through, and then I brought it back.
You know what we mean.
Yeah, you where we are right now. You are currently at the edge of this hill. You can see the burning village ahead of you. What do you do?
Oh, we only see the smoke. We don't see like the fire or anything, right?
You don't. I don't think
Okay.
y'all are close enough yet. You do have like, it is not like level ground. It is, so it is hard to make out exactly what the scope. If somebody wants to do like a perception hearing,
I do
or
not have that.
Are we gonna make this our problem? Is this our problem?
It's
I'm not-
probably going to be our problem, but let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on.
Sneak in, go in strong.
Let's see what Yasmera sees first. I imagine she's doing a Legolas, like at the edge of the party and like looking, and we're all like.
are you
I
doing
got-
seeing or hearing?
I was
Or-
gonna do hearing.
Hearing, okay.
And I got trip 4s. Woo! Which gives me 8, 12 plus 7. It's a 19, but with 4 stunt points.
Okay. So exploration stunts. You could do pretty much any of them.
Yeah. Okay, I can do an that makes me wonder for 1 as well. I'll do an advantageous positioning. I'll do that makes me wonder, which I can do with one of my fun thingies for 1, and I'll do a speedy search.
Okay. You are okay. So you may make another perception check. No cost for additional.
So maybe a seeing as well.
Yeah, I can make that work. Yeah, you can do well, here, let me tell you what you see, and then you
Okay,
can
cool.
decide. Or what you hear, because as the carriage is rumbling away and people are conversing amongst themselves, you begin to hear over the din. You hear screaming, multiple voices shouting, yelling, carrying on the wind. It's enough of a distance, and with like the acoustics here at the hillside, you just barely pick it up, but you know for certain that there are people in that village and they are in trouble.
I think she says exactly that. There's still people in there. There's fighting. There's screaming.
I think Shada, with me, Yasmera, we approach quietly, let the swords run in and do what they do.
I would like to do a quick detect dark spot.
Oh yeah, that's
they
a
were
smart
talking
idea.
about evil spirits and stuff.
I'm
so
worried if
I
it's not actually spirits, it might be dark.
Yeah. So I just want to do a quick detect dark spot.
Even though at this
what is
point,
the
blight
range?
hadn't made its way out.
What's the
It
range of your detect dark
is-
spot right now?
I think it's like a certain amount of kilometers per the level.
I think
Yeah,
it's
I'm
yards.
looking at it. 5. No, it's yards, but it's
Oh, okay.
5 times your level.
Okay.
So we're 15, so that's
Yeah.
60, 75 yards.
75 yards, yeah.
Okay, 75. So
That's almost a football field.
Almost a football field. I will say you'll probably have to get closer. to be there, but you can do that if y'all are moving up, because you're still distance off, so you can ride up on your horses, you can ditch the horses and run up on foot.
Yeah. I think when they get closer enough, Garas is gonna drop a dark spawn ping.
Okay.
Just to see, because it was that whole thing about talking about spirits.
Yeah. So are y'all riding in?
Okay.
Let's tie the horses off.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going off it.
Yeah, I mean, you can set you're far enough away, you can set the horses you can let the horses graze here and come back.
Also, I'm good at
for them.
horses now, so they'll hopefully.
Mhm.
Will I listen to you? Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
They'll behave.
You
Clover, you're in charge.
all of you on foot run over the next embankment of hills, getting close enough to the outskirts of the village, which sits like between a few of these hilltops. As if y'all want to do stealth, you can. Yeah.
Some
Garas,
of us
do we bother with it?
Garas is, since even though they're going, Garas is still going to be kind of stealthy as they approach up to the place.
I think
roll
Venehn
through
is
that for
gonna
me.
sort of nod to Yasmera and kind of take Shara and like break off a little bit, so we're not just
Yeah.
like all.
High ground.
Yeah.
Shara
I just
got-
have to like vaguely look at Yasmera, and we know what's happening.
We know what's up. I'm also in shadow mode because I am in shadow mode at all times.
Nice.
Ziggy gets an 18 on stealth.
That's a 19 for Garas.
Shara gets to re-roll with her scouting talent. And got a 26 with 2 6s and a 5.
Damn.
Dang.
Nice.
2 + 1 from shadow mode is 23 for me.
24 with 4 stomp points.
Which
All
puts
right.
Ziggy at the bottom with 18.
That's still
Okay.
really
It's
good.
still really good, yeah.
For
I
this
I
game.
got a decent stealth and
Where-
the stealth focus.
We
Ziggy
gotta
knows what
remember
what's
that
up.
18 in this game is not the same as 18 in D&D. That's a high number.
Yeah.
Those of you with stunts can choose to place yourself kind of where you're like, do what you want with those, but I'll go ahead and describe what happens. You make it over the hillside as quietly as you can, just in case you're not sure what to expect. As you reach close enough, you're within a couple hundred feet of the outs, like this closest part of the village, and you do see fire coming up from the buildings. There appear to be scorch marks like along the sides of some of the buildings here, and this is like, it's a mixture. It's like stone cottages, thatched roofs, so like they haven't just gone up like that. There is enough like stonework in them, but you can't imagine these are going to stand for that long if there is a fire spreading.
Let me ask you a question based on those scorch marks, because Ziggy, I mean, all of us are experienced adventurers. Ziggy's been doing it for 20 plus years. Is there some role I could make to determine whether these scorch marks look like? Does it look like a mage was throwing some sort of fire spell around? Or is it like a natural, not natural fire, but like somebody threw a torch or a Molotov?
But like the way of that fire would naturally spread as opposed to being
Right.
manipulated.
Yeah.
Like if there was like an impact point and this spreads out rather than just
Arson unit, engage.
Let's do did you get any stunts on
I did
yours?
No.
Okay. You can do a, what is it? Go to focuses.
First off, would these be exploration stunts or are we in
Exploration.
combat?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're not in combat. It would be exploration stunts still. So you could do I think the closest of cunning arcane lore is knowing about magic, its traditions, and the Fae. And that's not like entirely. Evaluation, determining the value of nature goods.
I know it's a little odd. Could I leverage military lore from having been on a lot of battlefields and having seen destruction produced in a variety of ways?
I'll allow that. Yeah.
Okay. It's still not very high, but let's see. 4,
It's more
5,
about like ruling out
7.
what it couldn't be. You've probably seen some mages in combat too.
7, 13. It's only 15.
15.
Nope. Nope. I'm a liar. 12. Did that
12.
math wrong? Yeah, it's never.
It's difficult to say. These buildings on like the outer part of the village have almost entirely burned down to like rubble at this point. The you don't. It's hard to tell exactly like what the source of the fire was. You may have a better chance getting into it, but from this distance, all of you also can hear like shouting, yelling, some screams coming from in the like in the village. Your view is kind of blocked by some of the buildings here. They're kind of like some 2-story and like taller like structures in this village that are blocking your vision of the like center, like the town square area. So it's hard to make out, but you do still hear people. You two things happen at the same time though. Garas, you use your sense to detect darkspawn. You do not detect any darkspawn in the area. No influences from them. You do see some bodies in the streets. Just all of you, just basic perception here, even with the dimming light. And above, even amidst the shouting and yelling, the muffled from coming from like inside some buildings, you hear other noises like shrieks that do not sound human.
What are we dealing with?
Definitely not Darkspawn.
Demons, then. We need to get these people out.
So we got that planned?
Garrus and I draw the attention of everything hostile.
We'll go in
The
quiet.
3 of you take shots as you can. You go quiet and try to get them out.
Mhm. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you keep up?
Me? I'll have to trot fast, but I'll do my best, kid.
If you need to ask Garas to toss you, go
I'm
on.
pretty good
Go.
at it. It wouldn't be
Never
my
toss a
first time.
dwarf.
Oh, you'd be surprised how many times I've
You
done
won't
it.
tell anyone.
It's gonna be, since I got to have my Lord of the Rings experience, it's gonna be a while until I stop making Lord of the Rings references.
Why would you ever do that?
Never stop.
I'm going to use my stunt points just in
Okay.
case for the upper hand. If your discoveries lead to combat within a moment or two, you receive a +3 to your initiative.
Banging.
So
Could
are you
I
all
also
moving?
use that? That makes me wonder. Could I do a sight to maybe get a better idea of if
Sure.
there are any other folks around?
Yes,
I heard
yes,
their
you can.
screams. I want to know where they are. Woo! Well, that's double sixes. I like that, but I can't get stunt points on this one. 14 plus 7 is 21.
21 with a seeing. From your vantage point, with the 21, you see 2 things. One, it's darkened. The sun is set to the point now where there are longer shadows, dimmer light. You can see in the village, towards the town square, you see other light, that not firelight. You see a glow. Of a like light green, like further into the village. It's casting some shadows that don't seem to be moving like the firelight is. You also know something else that you didn't see at first. There's a low kind of wall surrounds the village, probably mostly just to keep livestock from wandering into the village square. But there's a little bit of ground between then and there, between here and there, the edge of the walls and the village itself. And you realize as you're looking at it, at first you thought it was like maybe there's some like construction or something they were doing there, or like digging. But you realize amongst the what you thought were like rocks scattered amongst like the ground in this dug up area, it's just a little too evenly spaced. And you realize that the rocks themselves are not like loose stones that were dug up. They're grave markers. and the dozens of plots, the disturbed ground, appear to be disturbed graves.
This shit again.
Yep.
We have undead.
Great. Okay, let's go. Mechanically, Val, I want to give you one heads up. Because I don't know if this is a thing that you're taking into account or not. But, well, just in case. Because 3 of us just got it on our last level up is slippery. Opponents for the 3 rogues do not
Yes.
gain an attack bonus for outnumbering us in melee.
Okay, I
Yes.
did know about that. Yes.
Okay, just in case.
Yeah.
So that doesn't happen anymore.
No more.
Yes. So you all move into the town. Are you splitting up into multiple groups?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going with Ziggy.
Ziggy, Garas. Shayra has both a short sword and a longbow. So she's good for up close and at a distance. So she can hang back with the bow users, or she can go in with the
Start
melee.
there, and if shit starts to turn a little sideways, move in with me and Garrus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take her with me for right now, with the understanding that if she needs to hop into the fray, she can.
Okay.
Yes, we'll go the other way to kind of swoop in and try to get as many people out
Pincer.
as possible. Pincer.
Do we want to try to draw them out of the chaos, or do we just go straight into it?
I think we
I
gotta
will-
figure out what we're dealing with first.
Yeah, if you want to see what you're dealing with first, I will let me give you your description as you move in, and if y'all want to do a flashback and say that you want to approach it a little bit differently, I'm fine with that, rather than sitting here and agonizing over something that may change. You move into the village proper, away from these wrecked buildings that you don't hear any sound coming from. It seems like most of the like screaming and sound seems coming from the 3 like central buildings to the village. One of them appears to be a kind of like a manor house, some sort of estate for whoever.
Well, we know
well,
they're fine.
you know they're fine. One of them appears to be like a workshop area, maybe like smithing and tannery and things like a combined area for some of the craftsmen of the village. And the third one appears to be an inn, some sort of lodgings for travelers. You hear screaming coming from all 3 of these buildings as you approach, coming down the cobblestone street, and you see bodies around you. Some of them appear to be clawed, like slashed across their necks and chests, lying dead on the ground. Others appear to be they're lifeless. You don't see any visible injuries, but they look like cheeks sunken, sallow, like they were drained of their life essence. That glowing green grows more pronounced as you round the corner here, coming into the town square proper, this intersection or kind of crossroads between a few of these, where these 3 buildings stand. At the center of this crossroads, you see the source of this green light. There is a figure standing there, hovering about 10 or 15 feet off the ground. You see an inhuman shape, long arms, clawed at the fingertips. You see a vaguely familiar, though you know it is not him, but it immediately draws your mind to the last time you saw Carter. There is a abomination of sorts that this horrible entity possessed of fade magic hovering in the city and the square here, and surrounding this figure is this green and it, like in black in places, bubble of this like force energy, and you watch as it appears to be gathering energy from the surrounding buildings, and you realize in a second what's happening as you hear a scream cut short and then you watch as a trail of fade essence moves from the building, enters this bubble, and it seems to surge with power. But you hear the screaming coming from the buildings around you, it mixed in with the horrible groaning and screeching of these, what you can assume these animated corpses that are attacking the villagers in these burning buildings. So,
I don't
with
think that
all of-
changes our approach any.
No.
with all of that, I will go ahead and move us to the battle map.
Whoa.
Well, the one of 3 battle maps.
It's
that
been
I
a
have.
long time since we had a battle
Been a
map.
while.
Was our last battle map like?
The cave.
It was when we saved the divine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a
Um,
lot happening here.
Oh, there's so much going on.
So
here.
we can reposition things. So you should be
Ooh.
seeing 3 darkened buildings right now. That if the opacity worked, if my fog of
Yeah.
war worked.
Seems
Yeah.
like
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Is usually 3 dark shapes that I will illuminate parts of. These are 3-story buildings. You hear screaming coming from each of the floors. There's fire and smoke pouring out of the buildings. There are some of these buildings that look like I went ahead and color coded things for the sake of people's visibility. The green are openings, like the little color spots of green and red are openings into these structures that like doorways leading inside. Green ones are open. Doors like bust off their hinges, either ripped off or just left open. Red ones appear to be some barricades that were put in place, or doors that are closed and reinforced, that are also entrances to these buildings. So you get a sense that there was some amount of resistance that was put in place here, but the defenses like quickly these corpses have made their way inside and are currently attacking the villagers. In a meta standpoint, I will tell you, each round I'm going to roll a d6 to see how many of the villagers die. If I roll a 6, I roll again. The more that die, the more powerful this arcane horror is going to become.
Great.
So, just to clarify, we're not all standing right there.
No, we can position yourself. You can position yourselves where you want, based on your approach. The fact that y'all moved stealthily in, I will allow y'all to position yourselves generally where you want to be on this map, within some exceptions. I'm not going to let you put yourselves like in a building or something just yet, but you can position yourselves kind of where you want to be.
Okay. How Ziggy is so fucking slow. He is so slow.
Mhm.
How close can I start?
I'll say where I have you is the closest you can be.
Okay, I'm gonna stay there.
Do we want to split up buildings here, Ven, real quick?
Yeah.
So technically speaking, are we looking at 3 buildings?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
3 buildings.
Which one is which?
The one to the south on the bottom here is is that workshop area. It looks like this trade station. The one to the top right here is the estate. The one to the top left here is the tavern.
And the amount of
Screaming.
screams and distress seems pretty equal across
Pretty
the 3.
evenly distributed.
Okay.
Coming from multiple floors.
Okay.
So, if y'all want to move yourselves before we roll initiative, please do.
I'm gonna stay there, but I would like it if I could start combat with my crossbow drawn.
Sure. Yeah, y'all can just start with whatever weapons you like.
Something here.
If we're gonna split up, yes. Do you want to take the top 2 buildings because they're smaller, and we'll take the bottom, bigger one?
Sounds good. Then I will even just have Yaz start right over Nya and try to be sneaky.
Okay. So from here, all right, you're starting there. Venehn, where you want to go, and Shayra will go with you. if
This
you want.
general direction. So if this door is barricaded, I assume they can keep going around the building, sort of like this direction.
Yeah, you can either go around the building or you can try to force open the door.
I'll just go around to one of the open ones.
Okay. Do you want Shayra going with you or going with Yas?
With me.
Okay.
Yeah, you
So
guys
we're
have
gonna
to pick a
take
building.
the larger building,
Sure. That works.
and then Yas will take the 2 smaller ones. Sorry, I'm trying to like make sure chat can see, but that means for me everything's very small.
Yeah. I'm sure Chow will understand if you have to zoom in and pan around and stuff too.
No,
Uh,
I'm trying to make that work.
yeah.
Um, Garas is gonna kind of stick on the same with Ziggy because he knows Ziggy's a bit slower than him, so he's kind of like sticking
Okay.
back with Ziggy starting back there.
So that's where we're gonna be. Let's go ahead and roll initiative then.
I already did. I got a 12.
Okay, yeah, hold on to the numbers for a second because I'm gonna roll from the NPCs. Shayra is gonna roll. Okay. It's 7, 9, 15. Which I need to add. I'm gonna put up the turn tracker. I need to add some people. If I've been smart, I would have done this ahead of time.
Smart's boring.
And then okay, so Shayra got a 15.
Arcane horror. Jeez, be more. You know, you're gonna shit on Carter like that. You're just gonna call him an arcane horror.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that all I am to you?
Yeah, that's all you
Uh-huh.
are right now.
Got 11. And then the corpses. Well, 17. Okay. Garrus, what'd you get?
16.
All right. Yaz,
20.
Ven,
26.
Jesus, and Ziggy, you got a
My
15?
stunt gave me a +3
12.
bonus.
12. Okay.
Nice.
All right. Venehn, you are, of course, first.
Yay! Venen's gonna continue around the back of this building.
Okay.
And then just go through the first open door, which I guess is this right here. I can't really see the hexes that well, so I don't know how far I can go.
I tried to make them as well. Each hex is 2 yards. You can also measure. So that's 24 yards to right here.
My speed is 18.
Okay. So with a minor action, you could move to here.
Okay. And then I can go again.
And then you can
Yeah.
use your major action to let me double check. It's been so long since we did combat.
I know.
If you use your major action to run, you can move up to double your speed in yards.
Okay.
So you could do another 18 plus 18.
Okay, so if I use my major action to run, I can get in there and then.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you could use your major
Yeah.
action to run and still have your minor action.
Okay,
for
I
something else
will
if you
do
wanna.
that.
Okay.
So I will run. I'll go to this opening.
Okay. I will go ahead and reveal
Because
this
it'll.
room.
I don't know what the math is, but if I use my major action to run, it definitely will let me get in there.
Yeah.
You can definitely do that.
It's double, right?
As you
Yeah, double.
yeah, double.
It's
So
19.
36.
I didn't read that right. Could I say that I actually have my hammer out instead of the crossbow,
Sure.
knowing that little bit of mechanics?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can get. Nope. I need the hand back. I can get in here.
Okay, with your major action. So you run around the building, Shayra close behind you as you dash inside. As you reach the interior of this like storage room, you see a villager that is, I'm not going to describe all these villagers in detail. We're just going to, they are villagers. If you start asking their names, I will just automatically kill them. There are way too many of them.
But
So-
what about G's request?
I will name one of them that lives after all this is done. There is one of them in the corner, like holding up some like a pole with a fish hook at the end of it, and just kind of waving it around towards these corpses that are kind of pushing inward.
Oh boy. I'm so sorry. I'm looking at the rules. It's been a little bit.
It's been a while.
Yeah, so you have your minor action.
Yes, I saw my minor action. So I will. Boy. Okay, so I can't prepare because I used my major action. So I will. I think I'll just move. I think I'll just move in. Yeah, so
Okay.
they can see me.
All right.
So I will move in and then sort of. Got to get you out of here.
You see this person looks very confused but relieved to have somebody else there to help them, as they are on their own currently. These corpses sort of drawing their attention towards you. Essentially, the way I'm going to rule this, just so you know, since we've encountered our first villager, is that if y'all are entering combat and putting yourself within like harm's reach with the corpses that are attacking villagers, the villagers will be able to use their turn to escape at the end of the round or be able to move. So that if they are no longer like the source of aggression.
Also, guys, don't forget the rogues. We now have an ability called Proliferate. That if we get, basically a stun
You
point.
basically get a double spack
Yeah.
down.
Don't
Cool.
forget that.
That is Ven's turn. Yaz, it is your turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna peek through this opening right here. Do I see anything I may shoot? Potentially perforate?
You poke your head in the door. You do not see anything in this area except for the roaring flames that encompass the kind of left side of this room. There is another like entryway, a door that leads into like kind of further along this floor.
Okay.
There's a staircase going up to another level, that green there marking the entrance to the upper
Do I
floor.
hear screaming?
You do, both from upstairs, but also further into the room past the fire there.
My movement is 16. Can I safely get past the fire?
Potentially. You will have to make an acrobatics test to try to avoid taking damage.
All right, we're gonna try and hardcore parkour around this.
Okay.
Safe to get past the
Okay.
She's got
Mhm.
flames in the dust so she doesn't burn her clothes. Safe
Plus
to get past the
8. 21.
21. Okay, you successfully like dodge between the flames, some of the rubble like from the falling floor above you, made it to the other side of the room. Do you have enough movement to get there?
Yeah, I've got 16, so I think we're looking at. I was right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm at like 6. I've got 10 left.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and reveal the rest of this. So in this back room here, there's like a looks like a dining room back this way. That is just like ruined with the flame and the smoke, and appears to be tossed to the side. You see some dead bodies in the room. You don't hear any creatures though, but what you do hear is around the corner, and I'll just go ahead and reveal it, even though you can't technically see it yet. You hear someone sort of like sobbing in the other room as the flames are kind of creeping into that area.
Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll come in here with them. Do I see any living dead?
No creatures in here. No dead. Just a villager appears to be trapped. She looks up at you and says, "Who are you?"
Does it really matter right now? Let's get the fuck out of here. And I'll just, I guess, try and scoop a shoulder and try to get us as far as we can out back this way.
Okay. How much more movement do you have?
I went. That was 4, so that was 10. I've got 6 left.
6 squares.
Yeah, six hexes.
Okay. So if you're using your if you're guiding them and there's nobody around, they will just go ahead and move with you on your turn.
Okay.
So she will move with you.
But if there's nothing for me to do but move, can I just use my major to also just get the fuck out of here?
Yeah,
All
you
right.
can.
Well, let's do it.
Okay. So if you're going to try to get her through the fire as well, I will essentially, you can try to shield her from the flames and take some damage, or you can make a check and risk her taking damage too.
No, I'll shield her. That's fine. I'll throw a cloak around her and we'll just like bust on through. I'll take the damage.
So you're not able to be that stealthy or that careful. You take,
as long as she's not hurt.
Yeah, she will be safe if you're doing that. So you will take 6 points of fire penetrating fire damage.
Okay.
And she will move with you. Do you have enough movement to get her out?
Yeah, because if I use my major to go double, then I've got 32. Yeah,
okay.
So we've got
you can safely rescue your first villager.
10, 11. Yeah, so come on, baby girl.
She will come out and she will flee. I'm going to delete her from the map.
And then can I use the rest of my movement? Because that was, if I have another, plus the 4 I had left, I have 27 left. Can I start heading back up the
left?
Well, yeah, because it was 16 times 2, because it's double, so I get to go
32.
32, right? And then I didn't even use like going back and forth like that wasn't that far.
Yeah, so 32, and then with your minor action, also if you were
Another
also using your
16.
minor action to move another
Yeah.
16, that's 42, 48, and that was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28.
I was doing
30,
some diagonals, but okay. If I was going straight through the
32.
fire.
You can only do you can't go, you have to do like you have to go like 1, 2, 3. You can't do like here to here.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So
I
just also
which
movement left,
touching.
yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Which even still, so if we just went in a straight line, it's 20 there, 20 back, so that's 40. So even if you were going in a straight line there, you'd have, what I see, you had 48 total.
Yeah.
So you have 8 left.
Okay.
8 yards, so you can go 4 squares. So you can
Fine.
go
Y'all
back.
chat. Ziggy's
3,
speed is 7.
Perfect.
We'll do that, and I'll start heading upstairs because I heard more people screaming.
Yeah. It's also confusing because each of these is 2 and not 1 yard.
See
that
that?
also-
Yeah, that also makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
It's been a while.
That is fair. It is the corpses' turns. So the only people that are actually the only person in danger right now is Venehn, who's not here. But I will just attack Venehn anyway. So 2 of them are going to move in. And, oh, I see man saying I'm listening. They're going to make their attacks. That is going to be a 13 to hit, which I can't imagine hits Venehn,
No, I think his.
and a 16 to hit.
I don't think any of those hit.
Probably not. Defense is 16, so
16,
the second
yeah.
one does
Yeah.
hit. So that'll be no stun points on that one. That'll be 11 points of damage, and minus armor, and I'll let Van do that when he gets back.
Armor, got it. I'll remember.
All right. For the rest of them, because nobody else is around, I'm going to roll a d6. That's a 6.
Fuck.
That's a 3. 9 villagers.
Nerds.
Fuck.
That's not fun.
Okay. I'm just going to track those. And for context, I think there are 50 villagers in here. And I'm just gonna start deleting people as it is Garas' turn.
Okay. So the abominations right there in the middle. I'm guessing that little bit right there is represented where they're at.
Yes, that is where they're at.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I can make it up there. 2, 3, 6.
11 points of damage for Van before armor.
Let's double check my speed.
My armor's 5, so.
So you take 6.
18.
Garas, I will tell you, as you're moving in, it is this arcane horror is surrounded in a force barrier.
Okay, that's what I wasn't sure. Like,
Which I could be mean and let you attack, but you've also seen Carter use this before. You will not be able to attack the arcane horror while it is encased in this barrier.
That's okay.
I think maybe we're all switching to save villagers and kill devouring shit on the way.
That's in that case then.
I lied. I didn't update my defense when I put the new rune in my armor.
Oops.
So fuck you. My defense is 19 now.
Oh, you take no damage.
Bye.
Get your hit
So
points
if
back.
that door is right there, I'm gonna like shoulder tackle that door in.
Yeah, it is open. It's just like it is not barricaded, so you just push the door open, and inside you hear screaming, and see three of these corpses attacking 2 villagers in here.
Oh, in that case, I'm just gonna go right in since I was with this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Yeah, I'm gonna just put myself right here, and I'm gonna attack this bad boy right there.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack.
Throw in a little backstab when I attack.
Yeah, you do.
So first it needs to make a so first okay, just double check. Okay, so must win a opposed test of dexterity plus their perception. So
Yes, because you were not adjacent when you started your turn. It will make a bad perception. It's a 6.
That's 12 plus 9. That's a 20,
You-
21.
You definitely succeed.
Backstab.
Yes. So I go for the backstab. Dope. All right, so then I'm gonna attack. Here I go. That's 21 to hit. Oh wait, 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And I didn't generate any stun points, sadly. Oh well.
But you still get the extra dice for
I'll get
backstab.
extra dice. Yeah, get 4 dice to roll. Uh, 18 points.
18 points of damage. Okay. You stab into this one hard, driving your. We're using the rapier.
I'm using my claymore.
your claymore. You drive your blade in, kind of ripping it to the side. The corpse, just terrible like ooze, kind of like rushes out of them as you do. It is very badly hurt, I guess, but it is still up.
I look over to the to the two villagers and just like with my back's like to them as I'm just swiping away, just look back at them. It's like, do not, when I tell you to run, you run. And I'm just swinging away at these creatures, waiting for Ziggy to come in and do something also.
Okay. That is Garrus's turn. Is Shayra. She has a movement speed of 19. She will go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, 26, 28, 30, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8,
Okay, we get it. She's fast.
40. I'm trying to
No, I'm just
I
teasing.
don't think, I think with major and minor action she's basically going to be able to come in and help you out, Ben. That's
Excellent.
kind of where she is at. I'm not going to count that out if she gets to about there. So she comes to back you up. That is her turn. Ziggy, it is yours.
I move so slowly.
You're with a bunch of like elves and creatures
And
that are people with
rogues.
high dexterity that just
Yeah,
can
yeah.
move like infinitely.
So I have to use my major action to even fucking get in there in any significant way. So it is 4 yards to get to there.
What's your movement?
7.
How is it 7?
How
Oh,
is
that's
it
right, because
7?
dwarves have a really low
Yeah,
starting.
let's see here.
Slow.
Because it starts at like 8, I believe, for being a dwarf. Yeah, it
Oh, do
starts
you
at
lose
8.
it for
I get a
dexterity?
+3 from my dexterity, but minus
Right.
4 from my armor.
Oh, but you don't have the do you have armor training?
That only applies to your dexterity. It still applies to your speed.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
armor still reduces your
yeah,
speed no
that's
matter
right.
what. So
That's right.
so that was
that's
4
bad.
yards to get to there, and then I'm using the run action. I'm using my major action to move.
Okay.
So that's 4 yards to get to there, and another 6 yards to get to there, which is 10. And being right next to Ziggy, I'm gonna use to Garas, I'm gonna use my minor action. I want to go smash, but I think the best thing to do is going to be to go into guardian mode and nominate Garrus as my target. So
I will ask you too. I don't know if you saw it. If you used your minor action to move and then your major action to charge, would you have been able to make it? If you wanted to go
I
to make an
actually
attack.
would
Oh,
have.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because it's
just
half your movement
barely.
speed.
Yeah, that's right. And a
There was
+1 to
one
the
that's
attack
blocking
roll.
that path right there that you could probably take out. That's right by the door. Because I hit
Yeah,
it
I could
really
even.
hard.
Yeah, I could do that. I like that better. Yeah, let's clean up these guys first, and that'll be better. I know Garrus can take a little bit of a beating, so I'm not going to activate Guardian mode yet. I'm just going to minor action and charge, and get up in there, and we'll make an attack. 8, 11 plus. I hit so good now. What is it? 11 plus 16.
Golly.
Yeah, that
Does it 20 have 7 hits?
yeah,
that's good.
yeah.
I'm no longer the high hit number anymore. I
Um,
like this.
That is 13 damage. I rolled a 1.
Okay, 13 damage. You kill this one.
Nice.
Nice.
That corpse is destroyed as you bring your hammer down on. You have a hammer, right? There's a
Mhm.
yeah. You bring your hammer down, just crushing the head, driving it into the ground. That one is dead. Anything else? Is that
That's
it for
major
you?
and minor. Yep.
All right. That is the horror's turn, which it obviously isn't doing anything. Just continues to devour the yummy souls. I actually should add. I'm just gonna do this because I don't want to forget to take their turns. So they move at the end of the round. Let me go back down to them. So the villagers take their turn, initiative 0, and they just run out of the room that y'all are in because they have cover. So this one's gonna go 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So this one makes it outside, which effectively takes them off the map.
Oh.
And that one also runs outside to takes off the map.
Perfect.
And then
We've saved 3,
2,
but 9 have died.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This one starts to run, but is not quite outside yet. But is mostly out of range.
And that stairway, is that stairwell going up or down?
They're all going up on this level.
Okay. Got it.
So you've saved the people in your room, drawing enough focus from them. That will be we got enough time for a little bit more. Venehn, is your turn.
Oh boy, I got these guys on me, huh?
Mm-hmm. You do.
That's okay. I'm gonna try to shoot them anyway.
Okay. So you're gonna just go for a longbow shot in melee. It's only a small penalty.
Yeah, we've talked it out before, and the whatever the penalty is, it's still better than you trying to fight in melee.
Yeah. I think it's a -2 penalty.
Yeah, so I will minor action aim. Yes. Aim. But I get a +2 instead of a +1.
So that just negates the
Yeah. And I will shoot at this one that's just over by me, hoping
Yeah, go for it.
hoping Shara can take the.
Yeah, I think
The
Shara's
other
got the other one.
Oh my god, that's so bad. Hold on. $16.
Oh yeah, that hits.
God, that's I rolled so bad.
You'd have to roll really bad to miss these guys.
Well, with this roll, I actually don't know if I can miss now. Just hilarious. Yes, just on the attack roll, so I'll roll my damage. Which for both fidelity is a +9, which is pretty cool. And that's a 6 on the die, so 12 damage.
All right, 12 points of damage. That one takes an arrow straight to the face. Still up. All right. Anything else?
I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. I guess I could have backstabbed.
Oh,
Oops.
yeah. If you did, because I think you started in melee, so you have to do a bluff first.
Well, no, it's just approach an opponent. You have to approach an opponent if you're using a melee weapon. You can't backstab an opponent you being your turn adjacent to.
Yeah.
So yes, bluff. You know what? Don't worry about it.
Okay.
We're coming up on time. I shot him.
you'd
I
have to
feel
use
good
your
about that. Let's.
Yeah, you'd
let's
have to use
go.
your minor action to bluff anyway.
Okay, yeah.
So,
So I aim. So that's fine.
Done a lot of reading on rogues this last week.
As you should. Yeah. No, don't worry about it. I'm gonna shoot him and I'm gonna stand my ground. I'm gonna let this villager get out and then continue on.
Sounds good. That is going to be Yaz's turn.
All right, we're going up the stairs.
All right. So you go 2, 4, 6
4,
to the.
6 to the door, to
All
the
right.
stairway there.
Guess what? We get to enter the second level of the battle map.
Oh!
Whoa. So cool. These 3 shapes that we can see.
I'm gonna start revealing stuff.
Wow.
All right. So you come
Oh,
up.
that's our health bars.
Yeah!
I was zoomed way out.
You come up right here. I'm gonna go ahead and move your token to
Thank
where you're
you.
at.
Oh, so that's where it's at. Okay, I was zoomed also.
So you come up right there. You can see. I'm gonna reveal a little bit more from where you can see. This area kind of wraps around to another stairwell leading up, but
Okay.
to your left, you see a room partially on fire, with two corpses smashing against a barricaded wall here, trying to get through.
Well, we're not doing that. I'm assuming maybe I hear some screaming coming from
Yes,
said room.
yeah, you hear some panicked screaming and whimpering from the other side of the door.
Cool. I would like to just move right up here, and I'll backstab the one on the left. If I
Okay.
may.
Yeah, I'll make a perception check for that.
I shall make my stealth.
Probably gonna beat it. They have a 0 to perception, so
Oh,
just
great,
whatever I
okay.
roll.
20.
Yeah, you succeed.
Okay, cool. Woo! Well, that's a 665, so we definitely stunt. And with my rune of devastation, I get to add +3 to my stunt points, which means that
a good
is
rune.
a 9. I have a total of 9 stunt points. So I'm going to.
You have to use some of those on a certain thing, though, right?
Yeah, on
Or
Mighty
might-
Blow
okay.
or Lethal Blow. So these guys don't have too many, do they? I'll use one for Pierce Armor, and I'll use the remaining 5 for a Lethal Blow. So I am rolling 2, 4, 6.
Oof.
6d6. Plus plus 18. Well, that's kind of garbage, but 4, 8, 13, 14, 15, 20, 38 points of
Oof.
damage.
That one takes a crossbow bolt to the back of the head and drops. That one is dead. Awesome. And that was minor, major action?
Minor, major, yeah, that's me.
Okay. That is going-
If I can just yell in, it's like, hold on a moment, we're getting you out.
that will be the corpse's turn. We're going to start with the one on this map since we're already here. It turns, seeing the other one dead and seeing fresh meat nearby. It moves up to you with a minor action.
Come
And
and get
then-
it.
That's actually not bad. Hold on. Oh no, where did my corpse sheet go?
Where's my corpses?
Okay, that is +5, 19.
Oh, it just hits my new defense of 19.
All right, with 4 stunt points, I can't use drain life, but we'll just pop off a. We'll do a mighty blow and a pierce attack. So be an extra d6. That's a 2d6. That's 8 plus 5 is 13. So 13 points of damage with halved armor.
Halved armor, okay. 3, 10, and then -1 for being in shadow mode. So 9. Okay, got it.
All right. Now we go back downstairs. And the 2 that are on Garas and Ziggy move in. Gonna do 2 attacks there. First one against Garas is a 15 to hit.
15 you said?
Yeah.
No, misses.
All right.
This is now 16.
Misses you against Ziggy. That is a 16 to hit you.
That will hit me.
Okay. For 1 stunt point. I do not think he's got anything he really can do. He can skirmish you. He can do the worst thing for you and move you, so you have to move back.
I mean,
so he just this one strikes into you, knocking you a bit off balance. That is 9 points of damage, which I don't think is probably even enough to get through your armor. Yeah.
nope.
So you do get pushed back 2 yards, so you just get slammed back that direction. That is those 2, and then 2 more attacks. One against Venehn. Venehn, 16, we already know misses you.
Nope.
And one against Shayra, which is a 13, which misses her. That is the end of their turn, and I'm going to roll d6 for the ones you can't see how many they kill. That's only 1.
A lot better.
1 villager dies.
That's 10 total.
We've saved.
Yeah, we've doing.
Because the
pretty
fact that
good.
you're saving any is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of a big deal. Okay, that is their turn. Garas, it is your turn now.
Okay. I am going to. What I'm going to do is I am going to attack the one that's right here, and then I'm going to move after that. So I just so I can have Ziggy hold the line as I make my way upstairs.
Okay.
To take care of the people that's upstairs if there are anybody. So I'm just going to do a normal backstab. So it needs to make a. I'm going to do the stealth roll. Well, if I backstab, I won't be able to move afterwards.
Yeah, because you'd have to do a
Yeah.
bluff.
All right, then I'm just
first.
going to do a normal attack then.
Okay.
Uh, 19.
Hits.
Okay, that was no stun points again. Stuns, but all right. I am going to use my master ability for the two-hander style. So
Yep.
whenever I'm wielding a two-handed weapon, I can choose to re-roll my damage, but I must keep the results of the second roll.
Yes.
So that's 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. Is that the one on the left or the,
The
right?
one right above me, right
Got it.
here. And also because because of whenever I hit people, I get to push them in 2 yards in a direction. I'm just gonna push him back up against the wall and slam up against the wall so Ziggy can move up in there.
Push him closer to me.
Oh yeah, even better. Yeah.
So
I'll just do
move
that.
him here.
So
just
just gonna
slam him
put
to the
him-
side and hit him
yeah.
straight into Ziggy. Got it.
Mhm. And then for my minor action, I'm just gonna run up the stairs and use my movement.
Okay.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3,
Alrighty.
4. I still have after that, because my movement is 18. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So I still have 5 more hexes I can move after that.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move you upstairs.
Dope.
And you are going to be... Oh, no. I have the wrong... I just realized I have the wrong tokens for y'all on this map. I've got y'all's old tokens on this
Oh,
one.
well.
What is it? Oh, well.
Because I have Carter on this
Oh.
map.
The twist.
Well, I'll fix that for next time.
Just Ziggy turns around and rips off the mask. It was me.
You run up to the next level. You do not see any activity up here, but there's another staircase leading up.
Okay, so I still have 1. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can make it all the way over here with my full range of movement.
Okay. You start running upstairs, hearing screaming up above, getting to the villagers, hopefully in time to save them. That will be Shayra's turn. We're gonna head back downstairs. Shayra is going to make her first attack against one in front of her. Ooh, It's not good, but still a 18. No stunt points. For 6, 13 points of damage. The short sword. And then she is going to use quick strike to use her minor action to make another attack with a -2 penalty. That one is going to get some stunt points, and I think is a 20 to hit, so it still hits. She is going to fuck it. She'll do a lightning attack on that one to get a third attack. And still hits on that one. So 2 more attacks. So that's 9 points of damage and another 9 points of damage. 18 points total at 17 hit points left. That one is down as she slices its head off. That is the end of her turn. Ziggy is on you, my friend.
All right, so this one that's right up against me, that's the one that Garas hit, right? Yep. And
Yes.
How badly fucked up does it look?
It looks like it would be the most technical form of bloodied.
Okay, I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna start off with the quick strike. I'm gonna do the minor action attack on this one.
Go for it.
So that's a -2 to the attack, so it's only a +13. So that's a 31 with 6 stunts.
Yeah, even you can't miss. You're just rolling to see if you can get stunts. It's crazy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck, and I guess yeah, I'm just we're gonna hammer it home. So that's 6 stun points. We're gonna spend 5 on a lethal blow, and I guess if it's alive after that, I'll scream a shit.
Okay.
So that's going to be 10, 13, -2 for the 23 damage.
Oof. That is dead. That is a dead zombie.
Great. Then I will do a charge action to move up here and make an attack on this one. And I'm going ahead, since I'm not using the quick strike on this as a regular attack, I'm going to use the expert strike and take a -3 to the attack roll so I can add 3 to damage.
Do it.
That is 11 on the roll with 5 stunts. And so that plus 12 to that, so it's 24 something.
You just have to have a +1 on that.
Cool.
They have a defense of 12. Y'all can't miss these things.
So that's going to be 1d6 plus 15, and with 5 stunts, I'm going to go ahead and add another lethal. So it's 3d6 plus 15. 6, 9, 10, 25.
Oh man, that one is almost dead just from that one hit. Yikes. You just smashed like half of its skull off, like brains, what remained of brain matter leaking out of its skull. It's just barely standing.
I think after that, so he smashes the first one, right? And as he runs up to the second one, there's a moment where his eyes just kind of flash white, like the pupils and his irises just kind of go white, and there is a screech. Like he yells a battle cry, but there is something more inhuman behind it as he smashes into the second one.
Oof. Love it. That is the end of Ziggy's turn. Just for cinematic ending.
Suspicious.
The villager down here, I'm just going to go and take their turn. They escape. That's another villager saved. The arcane horror on its turn, though you cannot see it, you watch as that last soul, that 10th soul flows into it. It begins to just pulse a little bit more with power around it. And that is where we're going to end our session for tonight, and we'll come back next time to continue this fight to see how many more you can save. But yeah, that's going to be it, everyone. So thank you everyone out there for watching. We'll go around, do our I'll turn less dramatic music on. And we'll do our stars
you
and
for
wishes
that.
for the night. Who wants to go first?
I'll start. My star, because after last time we know exactly what's going on, and it's hurting my soul, is Ziggy throwing the amulet down the well. We know what's coming. Our characters don't, but we do. And that's the calling's a bitch, baby. Oh, it just really got me, and I liked it a lot. My wish was gonna be I want to like fight some nasty freaks, but we're fighting some nasty.
You're fighting
freaks.
some nasty freaks.
So I want to keep fighting some nasty freaks. I'm just really excited for this whole next arc and what it means for not only Venehn, but for every other friend of Red Jenny. So I'm just excited.
I'm very excited too.
My wish is keep it up, champ.
Thanks, boss. Who wants to go next? I will call on people.
I'll go next.
I was muted the whole time.
I've
and I was
got-
like,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
do you want to go, Wally? You can go
Yeah,
first.
I'll
Yeah.
go. My star. It's just echoing Van. I just loved that moment of Ziggy just tossing away the symbol, and it's like, oh, your boy's going
knows.
through it. Yeah,
He knows.
yeah, and I kind of want to have Garas make like a check to see if he notices before he pulls him aside, because I really want to see that happen. But I think it kind of goes into my wishes. Like I want Ziggy and Garas to have a moment talking about this, because this is serious business. Yeah, that's me.
I'm sure
I'll go
that is
next.
coming. Yeah.
That's kind of also my wish too. Like the throwing away the amulet, it wasn't just giving up on the Grey Wardens. It was knowing that he probably does not have time to come back from this adventure. He chose to stick with Red Jenny. And Ziggy doesn't want to talk about it. Ziggy is a very good liar. But I want that. That's my wish. I want you guys to hold him down and make him fucking talk about
You
it.
gotta understand something about this Ziggy. Ziggy may be a great liar, but we're even better.
Yeah. I'm sure of that. And my star definitely has to go to the peanut crowd of Garas and Yasmera grilling Venehn on his potential marriage situation. And just
Look, it was
thoroughly
so
embarrassing the new girl.
The
You know what I
most
mean?
buck wild thing to say.
You went to your hometown for 3
Yeah.
months. You came back with some random
Excuse
chick.
you.
What do you?
We
6
don't
months.
we don't know what kind of Hallmark movie experience that Venehn had over there. You know?
Exactly.
Venehn was disappointed in you because he thought you knew him better than that. He's
But at the same-
only marrying for money.
But at the same time, it's also
Wait,
no.
hold
That's
on.
kind of like the most biggest reach that they would go.
She
for
could be
me.
rich. We don't fucking know. She could be some goddamn princess. I don't know.
You'd fucking marry shit, was he also a Velmont? What was your
Lambert?
boyfriend?
He's literally Lady Richelieu's nephew and
Yeah.
Valmont's
He
cousin.
got money also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got money.
Yeah.
So once again,
Marry him.
And if
But you
Venehn
like
got
him.
married, it would be for the money.
hmm
They've been together for several years. He didn't
Okay.
need that shit. They don't need to get
That,
married.
that's like the equivalent of getting married for tax reasons.
No. He'd get married for tax reasons and tax reasons only. That's too much
Understood.
work.
I love it.
Well, that's me.
Lovely.
It's just me. My star. Sorry, I've been out of it today, and it was just really good to play with my friends. My star's gonna go to this goddamn map. Like, holy shit!
Yeah, this is great.
Like
map work.
multiple levels. God damn.
I feel bad because I know I'm giving Van fits on this, and we're gonna find a good way to do this for next time. And I very much appreciate Van for bearing with me because I should have said something ahead of time and planned it out, and I didn't. And
There was this
I'm glad
cool
y'all like
moment
it.
about 10 minutes before the stream happened, or Val was like, "You've got a map screen for this, right?" And I just went, "Yeah."
Oh, no.
But I appreciate that y'all like it.
This
It
was
'cause,
dope.
It looks really good, and I want everybody to be able to see it
Yeah.
and not have to deal with my like fumbling.
we'll figure something out. I'll work with you on it since now you've seen it. I don't have to worry about spoiling stuff. So yeah.
You could just cover up the center of it and show me the outline. But that's okay. Yeah, we'll work it. It'll be even better next time.
Yeah.
Yee. Oh man, well, my wish is I'm really hoping that this particular adventure, especially with the making whole of the broken circle, considering that was for Carter, I feel like that'll be a very, very bittersweet experience. So I definitely am looking forward to sort of that closure for all the characters. I think it'll be good.
Yeah. I'm very much looking forward to how this all pans out. I've got a cat biting me. Stop, buddy. Please stop. But yeah. Well, that's everybody, right? I'm not forgetting anybody. Everybody's gone. Awesome. Well, we are over
Oh
time.
my god, how could you forget me?
We will be back next week to continue. We'll be back next week to continue our game, so join us for that. Like I said at the top, we got a bunch of streams this week for you to come hang out with us for. We'll have another one tomorrow. Van is gonna be taking us getting ready for our next big adventure after some exams, and how well we do on that, we'll see. And yeah, I think that is gonna be it. So thank you to everyone out there for watching, and thank you to my lovely players for making this game such a joy to run. I only put this kind of shit together and do all these maps because I know y'all will enjoy them, and I have so much fun with these characters and want to put y'all in new and exciting situations. So we will see everyone back here in 1 week, and until next time, good game and good night, internet.
Par-delà le temps, la menace grandit. Si loin dans le silence, on entend ses cris. Par-delà les terres, son nom fait frémir. Préparez-vous, le néant arrive. Les légendes ne se trompent point, de la peur ils se nouent.